Hello Lakers fan, if you are one of those who are always up to date with the news about our Lakers, then you need to stay tuned to what is coming up on our Lakers news channel. I am preparing exclusive coverage on the possible signings of Lakers, and what I can tell you is that rumors are catching fire on social media, and if you don't want to miss any information, stay tuned. We have exclusive news every day. If you are a true Lakers and don't want to be left out of the news, be sure to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Let's go to the video.
Luca Donic expected to sign 4-year max extension with Lakers when eligible. The Los Angeles Lakers are preparing to lock in the cornerstone of their future. All signs point to Luca Donic signing a 4-year maximum contract extension worth approximately $229 million as soon as he becomes eligible on August 2nd. While the Lakers have often centered their off-season strategy around LeBron James, this summer has marked a clear shift in priorities. The focus now? Securing Luca's long-term commitment and building a roster that fits his timeline, his vision, and his championship aspirations. After being acquired in a blockbuster deal last season, Donic has already made his presence felt, not just on the court, but in the front office. He reportedly played a key role in recruiting DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart to Los Angeles, showing he's aligned with the organization's direction and deeply invested in the team's success. According to Martin Pauchnek of Sport Club, Donic is expected to sign the extension on August 2nd, just days before reporting to the Slovenian national team for Eurobasket 2025 preparations. While the tournament begins later this summer, Slovenia's head coach, Alexander Shaquille, confirmed that Luca will be arriving a bit late due to his commitments in the U.S. NBA players can join national team prep for up to 28 days, said Shaquille. Luca will shorten that slightly. We expect him to arrive after August 4th, once he's taken care of everything in the U.S. Locking in the future. Though nothing in the NBA is ever 100% certain, insiders say the extension is all but done. The Lakers have long viewed Donic as the centerpiece of their next era, an elite generational talent who can carry the franchise deep into the postseason for years to come. This contract would solidify that vision. There has been speculation about the structure of the deal. While Donic is eligible for a 4-year max extension, some believed he might opt for a 3-year deal with a player option, allowing him to re-enter free agency sooner and potentially recoup the $345 million he lost by leaving Dallas early. However, recent reports indicate that Luca has agreed to the full 4-year extension, signaling his commitment to building something lasting in LA. That's a massive win for the Lakers, who can now move forward with confidence, knowing they have their franchise player under contract through his prime. It also gives the front office more clarity and leverage as they navigate future trades and signings. A new chapter begins. Since arriving in Los Angeles, Donic has repeatedly expressed his desire to win championships with the Lakers, a franchise known for its iconic legacy and championship standards. He's been working relentlessly this offseason, shedding weight and refining his conditioning, showing a clear desire to take the next step in his career. American media had speculated that Donic might delay his decision until next summer, when he'd be an unrestricted free agent with leverage over any team in the league. But that uncertainty now appears to be over. The Lakers have built trust with Donic quickly, and in return, Luca is ready to build his legacy in purple and gold. I want to be remembered not just for how I played, but for bringing championships back to LA, Donic reportedly told team executives. The big picture. With LeBron James nearing the final chapters of his legendary career and Anthony Davis continuing to battle injuries, Donic represents the future of Lakers basketball. His signing sends a powerful message. The Lakers are not just chasing titles, they're building a sustainable powerhouse around one of the most gifted players of this generation. Now with Donic locked in and a reshaped supporting cast around him, the Lakers can begin the next era with a clear mission, and a true superstar ready to lead the way. A shift in power and priorities in Los Angeles. Luca Doncic's imminent extension doesn't just secure a superstar, it marks a clear power shift within the Lakers organization. For years, LeBron James has been the centerpiece around which all moves revolved. But with Donic stepping into a leadership role at just 26, the Lakers are clearly transitioning toward a new era, placing their long-term bets on Luca as the franchise's focal point. This has impacted the Lakers' entire off-season strategy. Rather than simply adding veterans to win now with LeBron, the front office has prioritized building a balanced younger core that can complement Doncic's unique skill set and grow with him over time. Bringing in Marcus Smart, a tenacious defender and locker room leader, shows they're looking to reinforce culture and accountability. DeAndre Ayton, meanwhile, gives Donic a mobile big man who can anchor the paint on both ends, an ideal pick-and-roll partner for one of the most creative passers in the league. Together, these moves signal that Doncic isn't just being kept happy, he's being empowered. The Lakers are building his team now, not just giving him a seat at the table. The league is watching. Across the NBA, executives are taking note. A long-term Donic-Lakers partnership could have massive implications on the Western Conference landscape. With Golden State aging, Phoenix and the Clippers dealing with cap constraints, and Denver looking to retool around Jokic, the Lakers may be the next dominant force, if Doncic continues to ascend. He's already a perennial MVP candidate, and if surrounded by the right pieces, he could lead a deep playoff run as early as this coming season. Some analysts, however, caution that the pressure will now be squarely on Doncic's shoulders. With this contract, he'll no longer be seen as the young prodigy trying to prove himself. He becomes the face of the franchise, and with that comes expectations, scrutiny, and the responsibility to deliver when it matters most. But Luca seems ready. Insiders say he's been laser-focused this off-season, not just physically transforming his body, but also embracing the mental side of leadership. He's been involved in film sessions, personnel discussions, and reportedly even took part in informal workouts with Lakers rookies and G League players. What comes next? Once the extension is signed, expected to be made official on August 2nd, the Lakers will turn their attention to rounding out the roster and entering training camp with a clear hierarchy. Doncic as the cornerstone, Smart and Ayton as key contributors, and LeBron James as the legendary veteran mentor, rather than the primary engine. There's also talk that the Lakers could explore another trade before the season begins, possibly to offload salary or bring in a versatile wing defender or backup point guard to solidify depth. With Doncic now locked in, the front office has clarity to be aggressive. On the fan side, the reaction has been overwhelmingly positive. LakersNation, which initially reacted with mixed feelings about trading for Luca, has now fully embraced him as their next superstar. Social media has been flooded with photos of Luca in the purple and gold, with fans already dreaming of Banner No. 18 hanging in Crypto.com arena. The bottom line. For the Lakers, this extension is more than just a contract, it's a statement of intent. It signals that they've secured one of the game's brightest stars for the foreseeable future. Marcus Smart is extremely motivated after 2 frustrating seasons, and ready to prove himself in LA. After nearly a decade of gritty, all-heart basketball with the Boston Celtics, Marcus Smart hasn't looked quite like himself over the past 2 seasons. Limited to just 54 games due to injuries during brief stints with the Memphis Grizzlies and Washington Wizards, Smart now sees his move to the Los Angeles Lakers as more than just a fresh start, it's a second chance. Once regarded as the premier perimeter defender in the NBA, earning 3 All-Defensive First-Team honors and winning Defensive Player of the Year in 2022, Smart knows some are beginning to question whether those days are behind him. But instead of shying away from the doubt, he's using it as fuel. Speaking at his introductory press conference with the Lakers, Smart made it clear, he's coming into this season with a chip on his shoulder, and a renewed sense of purpose. "I'm extremely motivated," Smart said. "The last 2 years were really disappointing for me. Injuries held me back. But like I told my wife and my family, everything happens for a reason. Funny enough, 12 years ago, I could have started my career here. And now here I am. Things came full circle. Not playing, hearing people question whether I'm still the same guy, that just lit a fire in me. I truly believe this is where I was always meant to be." Back in 2014, the Lakers passed on Smart in the draft by 1 pick. He went 6th overall to Boston. But now, wearing purple and gold, Smart sees his mission clearly, help bring another championship to Los Angeles. "That's the ultimate goal," Smart said. "That's why you step onto the floor, to win titles. And honestly, what better place to chase a championship than here? This is where the spotlight shines the brightest. This is where legends are made. Getting back on that kind of stage, with a team that needs what I bring, that's everything I wanted. It's the perfect fit. Ready for the spotlight, ready for the pressure. Playing for the Lakers isn't for everyone. The pressure, the spotlight, the constant scrutiny, it's all part of the job. Many have worn the jersey. Few have lived up to it. But Marcus Smart? He embraces that. The bright lights don't scare him, they energize him. Known for his defensive grit, vocal leadership, and unmatched toughness, Smart is exactly the kind of player built for the Lakers' legacy of effort and excellence. He knows what it means to sacrifice for the team. He knows how to lead. And after being sidelined and counted out, He's hungrier than ever to remind the league who he is. Smart says he's fully healthy ahead of the 2025-26 season. Of course, none of this matters if he isn't physically ready. But Smart was quick to put those doubts to rest. After battling through injuries over the past 2 years, he confirmed he's finally healthy, and cleared for a full return as the 2025-26 season approaches. "I feel great," Smart shared. "It's been a tough stretch, but I've put in the work, physically, mentally, emotionally. I'm healthy. I'm locked in. And I'm ready to get back to doing what I do best, impacting winning on both ends of the floor." With a reloaded roster that includes Luca Donic, DeAndre Ayton, and a clear championship mindset, the Lakers believe they're building something special. And Marcus Smart, battle-tested, motivated, and finally healthy, is ready to be a big part of that. A veteran voice and a defensive anchor in the making. Smart's arrival in Los Angeles isn't just about redemption, it's about redefining what the Lakers are building. With LeBron James entering the twilight of his career and Luca Donic stepping into a franchise-defining role, the Lakers need players who can bridge the gap between eras. Marcus Smart fits that mold perfectly. Known league-wide for his intensity, vocal leadership, and unshakable presence, Smart is expected to become a locker room cornerstone, a mentor to younger players and a culture setter who holds everyone accountable. He brings with him the kind of intangibles that don't show up in the box score but win games in May and June. Smart has already started building chemistry with Doncic during private workouts and early off-season training sessions. According to team sources, Doncic specifically pushed for Smart's addition, knowing that a guard with Smart's defensive IQ and championship experience would help relieve pressure on both ends of the floor. "You can tell Luca respects him," said a Lakers staffer. "He knows Smart has been through the battles. He's not here for the spotlight, he's here to compete." League reactions. Lakers get a steal? While Smart's last 2 seasons were marred by injuries, many around the NBA still believe he has plenty left in the tank. Several analysts have labeled the move as a low-risk, high-reward signing for Los Angeles, especially given Smart's playoff pedigree and ability to guard multiple positions. ESPN's Zach Lowe called Smart signing one of the savviest under-the-radar moves of the summer, noting that a healthy Smart could be a game-changer for a Lakers team that struggled with perimeter defense and second-unit leadership last season. On NBA Today, Kendrick Perkins, Smart's former teammate, was emphatic. "If Marcus is healthy, you better watch out. He changes the DNA of a team. He brings that dog mentality." That's exactly what this Lakers team needed. Role expectations. 6th man or starter. Smart's role hasn't been formally defined yet, but head coach Darvin Ham has hinted that Smart could either start alongside Doncic or anchor the second unit as a hybrid guard and defensive tone setter. Either way, he'll be trusted in big moments, late in games, guarding the opposing team's best perimeter threat, and providing veteran poise when things get tight. "It's not about starting for me," Smart said. "It's about finishing. It's about helping the team win. Whatever role I'm given, I'm gonna own it. That's who I am." The Lakers are also reportedly exploring load management strategies to ensure Smart remains durable throughout the season, another sign of how important they view his contribution over the long haul. Redemption season incoming? For Marcus Smart, this isn't just a new contract or a change of scenery, it's a chance to remind everyone who he is. He's no stranger to adversity. He's been doubted before. And every time, he's responded the same way, by showing up, competing, and proving he belongs among the NBA's elite. With the Lakers, he has the platform. With Doncic, he has a superstar to share the floor with. And with a city hungry for another title, he has the motivation. "This is my chance to write the next chapter," Smart said. "I'm here to win. I'm here to lead. And I'm here to give everything I've got to this team, this city, and this jersey." Lakers' short-term plan still revolves around Luca Donic and LeBron James. Despite mounting rumors and the growing expectation that LeBron James may be nearing the end of his time in Los Angeles, the Lakers aren't ready to move on just yet. In fact, the organization is still involving the 40-year-old veteran in its short-term plans, right alongside new franchise star Luca Donic. What the Lakers want right now. The unexpected blockbuster trade that brought Luca Donic to LA in February reshaped the Lakers' entire roadmap. It was a seismic shift, one that forced the front office to rethink both the present and the future. The result? A long-term vision centered on Luca, with a carefully structured plan to keep financial flexibility open for 2027, when the Lakers hope to chase another superstar free agent to pair with him. That timeline assumes one major shift: LeBron's eventual retirement. But Luca doesn't want to wait until 2027 to contend for a title, and neither does LeBron. Behind the scenes, Doncic has already been working hand-in-hand with the front office to build a team that can compete right now. His influence was key in the acquisitions of DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart, two players brought in specifically to address the Lakers' defensive struggles. On paper, the new roster looks promising. If things click early in the season, LeBron may very well decide to stay and finish his career in LA. Could LeBron actually stay? It's no secret, least of all to Luca or the Lakers, that LeBron has one goal left: win ring number 5. To do that, he knows he must be on a team capable of standing toe-to-toe with the likes of the Oklahoma City Thunder, Houston Rockets, and Denver Nuggets, all of whom have made major upgrades this offseason. Despite the long-term focus shifting toward Doncic, LeBron hasn't asked for a trade. He opted into his $52.9 million player option and is closely watching how this roster takes shape. His decision to stay or go will depend largely on whether he believes this group can realistically compete for a title this season. If the short-term plan unfolds the way the Lakers hope, and if Doncic's hunger for winning starts to drive results, LeBron is expected to stick around, at least through this season. In fact, he's already committed to reporting to training camp in October, a strong sign that he's still invested in this journey. Building chemistry with the core. According to The Athletic, the coaching staff is already working on building strong on-court chemistry between LeBron James, Luca Donic, and Austin Reeves, the trio seen as the heart of this new-look Lakers roster. The plan is to give them a full training camp together, allowing them to build rhythm, trust, and understanding on the floor. The goal? Maximize whatever window they have playing together, and chase the Larry O'Brien Trophy as one unit. If this group gels and starts strong, it could change everything. The Lakers would not only have a shot at another deep playoff run, they might also convince LeBron that his final NBA chapter belongs in purple and gold. Luka Doncic expected to sign contract extension before joining Slovenian national team on August 4th. Los Angeles Lakers star Luka Doncic has had a busy offseason, and for all the right reasons. He's been focused on reshaping his body, fine-tuning his conditioning, and preparing to enter the 2025-26 season in the best form of his career. After being traded to the Lakers mid-season last year, Doncic never quite looked like himself. Between lingering injuries and the adjustment to a new environment, it was a transition filled with challenges. While the Lakers still managed to finish third in the Western Conference, their early playoff exit sparked questions about whether the team's regular season success masked deeper issues. Now, Doncic enters the new season with something to prove, and every reason to be more motivated than ever. At his peak, Doncic is a top 3 player in the world. He's the kind of generational talent who can carry a franchise on his back. And the Lakers know it. They know exactly what they have, a rare superstar who doesn't just fill up the stat sheet, he elevates everyone around him. Contract extension on the horizon. According to Martin Pauchnek of Sport Club, Doncic is expected to join the Slovenian national team on August 4th in preparation for Eurobasket, and there's growing speculation that he could sign a contract extension with the Lakers before boarding that flight home. The most important thing for Luka, for the fans, and for his ambitions is that he puts on the national team jersey again, Pauchnek shared. The date of his arrival is still uncertain, but all signs point to August 4th. That timing makes it very possible that he will sign a new deal with the Lakers before heading to Slovenia. The earliest Doncic is eligible to sign an extension is August 2nd, just 2 days before his expected arrival with Slovenia. That short window lines up perfectly for the deal to get done before national team duties begin. The Lakers can offer Doncic a 4-year extension worth up to $229 million, but league insiders believe he may opt for a 3-year deal with a player option in the final season. That structure would give him the flexibility to become eligible for a 5-year supermax down the line, a savvy financial and career move. No matter the final numbers, all indications suggest Doncic is ready to commit to the Lakers for the long haul. A star committed to his craft and his country. Off the court, Doncic is known not only for his competitive fire but also for his loyalty. Time and again, he's shown his deep love for Slovenia, a country that's embraced him since day one. When asked why he continues to represent his national team each summer, his answer is always heartfelt and consistent: because of the fans and because of my country. It means everything. For Doncic, wearing the Slovenian jersey isn't just a tradition, it's a source of pride. And that sense of pride translates into the way he leads on the court, whether it's for his country or for one of the NBA's most storied franchises. The bigger picture for LA. If this extension comes together as expected, it will be a massive statement, not just for Doncic, but for the Lakers organization. It signals that both sides are all in on building a championship contender around a player who is just entering his prime. With Doncic locked in, the Lakers can fully shift their focus to fine-tuning the roster, maximizing their superstars window, and returning to the NBA Finals, something that feels increasingly realistic with a healthy, motivated Luca leading the way. And if all goes to plan, August may be remembered not just as the start of Doncic's Eurobasket journey, but the beginning of a long and potentially legendary chapter in Los Angeles. What Doncic's extension would mean for the Lakers' future. If and when Doncic signs this extension, it won't just solidify the Lakers' short-term plans, it could completely redefine their future. By securing Luca through at least the next 3 seasons, the Lakers would have a stable foundation to build around, with a player who's not just a superstar, but a perennial MVP candidate. It would also send a strong message across the league. Los Angeles isn't simply clinging to its storied past, it's aggressively investing in its future. With LeBron James no longer on the roster and Anthony Davis entering his 30s, the Lakers are clearly transitioning into a new era, and Doncic is the face of that evolution. The front office, led by GM Rob Pelinka, has already begun reshaping the roster to better suit Doncic's style, adding shooters, secondary playmakers, and versatile defenders who can operate in an up-tempo, Luka-centric system. Signing him to an extension gives them the clarity and commitment needed to further fine-tune the supporting cast. The international factor, a balancing act. Doncic's commitment to playing for Slovenia, while admirable, does come with some concerns for Lakers fans. Anytime a superstar puts his body on the line in international competition, there's risk involved, especially given Doncic's injury history. However, Luca has always been vocal about the emotional importance of representing his country. For him, it's about more than basketball. It's a deep-rooted source of identity, pride, and gratitude, and trying to take that away would likely do more harm than good. Sources close to the situation say the Lakers are aware of this and fully support his participation in Eurobasket, as long as it's approached with caution and clear communication with team medical staff. The hope is that Doncic will arrive in top physical shape, something he's reportedly prioritized this offseason, and avoid the wear and tear that can come from overuse. Could this impact free agency in 2025? There's also the bigger picture to consider. With Doncic potentially locked in long-term, the Lakers become a more attractive destination for free agents in 2025 and beyond. Star players want stability, and they want to know who they'll be playing with. Knowing that Luca will be leading the charge makes Los Angeles an ideal landing spot for the next wave of top-tier talent looking to compete for championships. If Doncic reaffirms his loyalty to LA with a fresh extension, don't be surprised if the Lakers emerge as a frontrunner in future free agency battles. A defining summer for a global star. Between negotiating a possible $200+ million extension, reshaping his body for the next chapter of his career, and preparing to lead Slovenia into Eurobasket, this may be the most pivotal summer of Luka Doncic's life. And it feels like he knows it. He's stepping into a leadership role both in Los Angeles and on the international stage, with the weight of 2 basketball-loving nations, one historic franchise, one proud homeland, riding on his shoulders. But if there's one thing we've learned about Luka, it's that he never shies away from the spotlight. He thrives in it. And now, with a long-term future in LA on the horizon and his eyes set on bringing both the Lakers and Slovenia back to glory, the world might just be watching the rise of the next true face of global basketball. Marcus Smart fired up to join LeBron James and the Lakers, a rare opportunity. After a brief stint with the Washington Wizards, former Defensive Player of the Year Marcus Smart is heading to Hollywood, and he's bringing his trademark intensity with him. The Los Angeles Lakers signed Smart to a 2-year deal this offseason, addressing one of their most glaring weaknesses, elite perimeter defense. After losing Dorian Finney-Smith to the Houston Rockets in free agency, the Lakers needed a lockdown presence on the wing, and Smart fits that mold perfectly. With his arrival, LA now boasts one of the most rugged and versatile backcourts in the league, anchored by Smart, LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Austin Reeves. While Smart's role will be more focused than in previous stops, it's tailor-made for what he does best: defend at a high level and make timely plays. Embracing his role, and the chance to play with LeBron. If Smart can stay healthy, his job in LA will be simple but vital: shut down the opposing team's best perimeter threat and hit open threes when the ball swings his way. While he's never been known as a high-level shooter from deep, this will be his first time playing alongside offensive maestros like Doncic and James, two of the best playmakers the game has ever seen. And it's the opportunity to share the court with LeBron that has Smart genuinely excited. I mean, it's not every day you get to go from playing against and being tormented by one of the greatest to actually teaming up with him, Smart told Spectrum Sportsnet. We all know LeBron's basketball IQ is off the charts. When you play against him, you feel it. Now I get to be on the other side, learning from him, benefiting from his reads, his vision, instead of trying to stop him. For me, that's special. That's something I'm going to soak in like a sponge. For over a decade, Smart watched LeBron dominate the Eastern Conference, including his own Celtics, and make life miserable for defenders. Now, instead of trying to slow him down, Smart will be receiving outlet passes from him, rotating with him on defense, and building chemistry in pursuit of a championship. A new chapter, and still plenty to prove. Of course, this isn't the same Marcus Smart who led Boston to the finals, and it's not peak LeBron either. But that doesn't mean they can't still be elite. LeBron continues to defy age with nightly brilliance, and Smart brings the kind of grit, leadership, and defensive firepower that championship teams are built on. This partnership may come later in their respective careers, but the timing might be just right. Smart on Luca Donic, he made it happen. Though the Lakers didn't make a flurry of off-season moves, the ones they did make carry weight, largely because of Luca Doncic's behind-the-scenes influence. It's no secret, Doncic played a major role in bringing both DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart to Los Angeles. While the Slovenian superstar hasn't yet signed a long-term extension with the franchise, it's clear he already holds serious sway within the organization. After Smart officially joined the team, he publicly thanked Luca for his persistence. "Luca hit me up more than a few times," Smart said with a smile. "He told me what they're building here, what it could look like with me in the picture, and how serious he is about winning. That meant something to me. It helped me see the vision." With Doncic leading recruitment efforts and now preparing to anchor the offense, the Lakers are signaling a shift, not just in roster makeup, but in culture. This is a team retooling around youth, toughness, and star power with a renewed sense of urgency. Looking ahead, Smart joins a reloaded Lakers roster with a clear role and a championship mindset. He brings postseason experience, elite defensive instincts, and a deep hunger to win. And for the first time in his career, he'll do it alongside two of the smartest offensive players in basketball. The road ahead won't be easy in a stacked Western Conference. But with Doncic recruiting, LeBron leading, and Smart locking down the perimeter, the Lakers may have quietly assembled one of the most dangerous defensive cores in the NBA. What Smart brings to the Lakers, beyond the box score. What Marcus Smart adds to this Lakers roster goes well beyond his stats. Yes, he can defend 1 through 3, make hustle plays, and bring physicality, but what truly sets him apart is his leadership and mindset. He's a tone setter, someone who holds teammates accountable and raises the emotional intensity of every game he's in. That kind of presence was something the Lakers sorely missed last season, particularly in the playoffs, where they struggled to contain elite backcourts and lacked consistent edge from the bench unit. Smart instantly brings that edge. He gives them a gritty, vocal veteran presence who knows what it takes to go deep in the postseason. And perhaps more importantly, Smart has championship-level experience, having led Boston to the finals in 2022, and he's desperate to get back. That hunger, paired with the urgency of veterans like LeBron and the rising dominance of Luca, could be the fuel this locker room needs. The defensive identity returns. Under head coach Darvin Ham, the Lakers have always preached defense-first basketball. But after losing key defenders in recent off-seasons, their identity on that end began to fade. With Smart now in the fold, alongside defensive-minded players like Jared Vanderbilt and Austin Reeves, the Lakers are poised to regain that defensive identity. Smart will likely take on the toughest perimeter assignments every night, freeing up Luca and LeBron to conserve energy on defense when needed. He'll be the first line of resistance against players like Jamal Murray, Devin Booker, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, all potential playoff foes in a loaded Western Conference. And if the Lakers are serious about contending, that's exactly the kind of player they need. Building chemistry with Luca and LeBron. As for how Smart fits alongside Luca Doncic, it might be the most intriguing part of this entire equation. Luca is at his best when surrounded by players who can defend, stretch the floor, and make smart off-ball decisions. While Smart isn't a knockdown shooter, his willingness to move without the ball, his high basketball IQ, and his ability to initiate offense in spurts make him a perfect secondary or tertiary playmaker. The pairing with LeBron could be just as dynamic. Smart has never played alongside a forward who commands as much gravity as LeBron. That opens up cleaner looks, easier matchups, and more space to attack, all of which could help Smart take a step forward offensively in LA's system. "This is about winning," Smart said. "I've had individual success, I've had playoff runs, but I want the ring. And I know that with Luca and LeBron, this is a real shot. I'm here to do whatever it takes." A message to the West: the Lakers are not done. The Lakers' offseason may have seemed quiet on the surface, but moves like this send a clear message: they're not rebuilding, they're reloading. By adding Marcus Smart and DeAndre Ayton, while keeping a core of Doncic, LeBron, and Reeves intact, the Lakers have quietly put together one of the most balanced rosters in the West. They now have size, shooting, experience, toughness, and versatility, and a locker room full of players who are all in on winning now. If Luca signs his extension before heading to Slovenia in early August, and the roster continues to build chemistry through training camp, the Lakers could emerge as a top contender by the time the 2025-26 season tips off. Final thought. Marcus Smart knows this may be his best chance to win it all. Luca Doncic is entering his prime. LeBron James is still writing his final chapters. And the Lakers? They're betting that this unique mix of talent, leadership, and grit can deliver banner No. 18. And with Smart in the mix, that dream just got a little more real.